Okay, let's dive right into this rapid-fire explainer. We've got exactly 2.5 minutes to cover a massive, immediate shift in how your AI content is actually being tracked. Let's go. Here's your reality check. As of August 2nd, 2026, if you're using Claude, pretty much every single piece of text and every file you generate is now being watermarked, right at the model level.
Point number one, we're looking at two types of watermarks, text versus metadata.
So Anthropic actually deployed two entirely different tracking methods here. On one side, generated text gets this invisible statistical weave baked right into it, and that survives copy-pasting. On the flip side, exported files get an attached digital signature, C2PA metadata. But get this, that metadata totally vanishes if you just simply resave or even screenshot the image.
Now, this gets incredibly interesting for the developers out there because code relies on super rigid syntax and highly predictable patterns, which is known as low entropy. The text watermark barely even survives a simple format on save action. I mean, it's incredibly fragile compared to regular written prose.
Point two, this is all driven by the EU AI Act.
So why the sudden change, right? Well, it stems directly from this European transparency regulation. But instead of just geofencing it to Europe, Anthropic decided to just apply the rule worldwide. That means literally no region, and absolutely no product here, is exempt from this marking.
And that brings us to point three, detection misses the context.
This creates a massive potential for misunderstanding down the line. Look, a detected mark really only signals that the content was processed by AI. Kind of like if you just used it for grammar checking your own human-written draft. It absolutely does not prove the AI authored the underlying ideas. And conversely, a lack of a mark, well, that doesn't guarantee a human wrote it either. Now, while you can actually check files for C2PA data right now using free tools, the text detection API is still forthcoming, it's not public yet, and honestly, even Anthropic admits their system really just produces a weak positive signal, so it's a hint that AI was involved somewhere, but definitely not a definitive verdict. Which leaves us with this final thought. In a modern workflow where AI touches practically everything we do, whether you're drafting, coding, or really just spell checking, when a watermark eventually flags your work as processed by AI, how are you going to defend your own original ideas?